Okay, I think we're live. Are we live? Hang on. Yes, we are. Okay. Welcome, everyone, to day 61 of Naruto goodness. To the Ultimate Fight series, where we are just going to crack straight on into it. If my voice sounds a bit, well, for some reason, I wake up in the mornings and I have like small cold symptoms. I sound like I've got a cold. My nose got the sniffles like I got a cold. And it's every time I wake up, and it will sort of pass within about an hour. So I don't know what the hell it is. But so if I sound a bit ropey, that will be why. But alas, we are here. We are here. We are ready for another day. So today, I was thinking, oh, should I do like a do I do like a 3-hour stream to make up for the fact that I did the stream on Thursday? And I'm like, no, I think I'll do a normal one. I've actually done, the holidays gave us quite the buffer. We are on track to finishing this 8 months from now. 8 months from now, we're going to be finishing this. But my goal today is, at least 100 fights. If I can get 100 fights, I'm happy. If I do more than that, even better. And because it's a Sunday, technically, I can do that. There's nothing stopping me from doing more, other than my own-ness. But yeah, that's about it really. No other intro, I guess. Other than we're just gonna do fights and we're gonna talk about our days. Oh, I didn't do a roll call. 1 second. I'll try and do an ultimate jutsu. Cool. Come on. Oh, come on. What? There we go. Right. Roll call. Cup of tea. Oh my goodness, I'm spilling all over my keyboard. And 2 giant cups of water. My goodness. There we go. Roll call done. Haven't got anything for breakfast, unfortunately. But that's okay, because I'll probably end up having a piece of toast after this. Piece of toast? No, I'll end up having yogurt actually. I'm going through a yogurt phase at the moment, and I found some delicious raspberry Greek yogurt at the supermarket. Absolutely lovely. But what? But I haven't prepared any for me. What else? And other than what updates have I got this week? What updates have I got? I've got literally like no updates at all. I was meant to be putting together a vegetable garden this weekend, but at least I've done all my planning. My planning's all solid. I literally just need to build it now. So that'll be next weekend. I'm gonna hold myself to it. And yeah, that's about it. I was telling the boy, oh, what were we watching? We're watching something. Maybe I was playing Gears. No, I was playing Gears of War actually. And I'm like, you know what a really good shooter game is? Destiny. I played that. I played Destiny 1 every single day, like no joke, every single day for like 2 or 3 months straight over summer holidays between end of 2014 the start of 2015 to when I went to uni. I played it, no joke, every single day. Two of my mates from school, we were in a fire team, we were the best. It was my life. It was, you know, before Final Fantasy 14, and Skyrim. Other than Final Fantasy 14 and Skyrim, I think Destiny 1 is probably the game I've played the most in my life, and all made up in those 3 months. Oh no, and even beyond that as well, actually. But yeah, and then Destiny 2 came out, midnight release. Got it at midnight, pulled an all-nighter, had finished the campaign by 2 o'clock the following day, and then because my mates who I played with before either A, hadn't got it yet, or weren't too fussed about getting it straight away, I had no one to play it with, so that it just fizzled out before it could start, and that was that. So that was the end of my Destiny 2 thing. So I never played it. I played it when it was still on disc. But I've never touched it since it went free. So, but anyway, I was talking to the boy about it the other day. So he said, "Oh, I might give it a squiz." So he's given it a squiz yesterday, and he's loving it so far. And it's shocking me at all the microtransactions that there is, and I'm like, of course, well, it's free, so they're going to make their money somehow. And it is the perfect game. Well, I say it's the perfect game for microtransactions. No game is the perfect game for microtransactions. But by the looks of it, all the stuff is cosmetic, so that's at least it's that. Yeah. So when I was playing it yesterday, I'm like, well, he's playing on the PS5. Technically, do we have a couple? Do we have a couple of PS4s? No. Well, yeah, I've got my PS4 Slim, so I'm thinking, if he, one of us is gonna have the disc. So I reckon if we download it on the PS5. No, if we download it on the PS4, and then he's got the disc, but then I can play it with the boy. Me and my warlock, my amazing, excellent warlock, which I'm probably gonna have to catch up on, which I might actually just start again, to be honest. But then again, I don't know whether it is a case of me starting again, or whether my character's still on the servers and I'm literally just going to catch up. It's just me catching up with any new stuff, which might be the case. Oh my goodness, control that. But yeah, but I'm actually like, I don't know, because some games have really horrendous, like a lot of MMOs back in the day had a really horrendous feedback loop where if you weren't logging in every day and keeping up with what's going on, you're like behind, like severely behind, and and I don't know if it's like properly the case, but it definitely felt like that you were at a disadvantage. Like the people who have been there since day one, log it in every single day, they have a distinct advantage gameplay wise to people who either just come in or haven't been keeping up with updates, or best in slot and all that sort of thing. FF14 mercifully isn't one of those games, I don't think, or at least I don't feel that way. Some newbies who are far better than I am, but then again, I'm not a #hardcore gamer in the sense that I'm worrying about getting best in slot and getting my strategies and everything on lock. I'm playing for the story. I play because I like it. That's all I need. Like, no savage raids for me, thank you very much. is lovely. We are smashing through these fights. It's gorgeous. Yeah, so I don't think Destiny isn't one of those games. Hopefully that's, or it hasn't become, should I say, one of those games where you're disadvantaged. But I suppose we'll find out. But no, but I'm decided to do like strikes and things with the boy. Because we played, the games that we have played co-op together. We played Tiny Tina's, which we thoroughly enjoyed. We played Borderlands 3, which became just, by the end of it, we just got to finish this game. Like, me for backlog purposes. Just for backlog purposes, we just finished in this game. And the only other game we played is we played Overcooked for to varying success. And the only other game we played is Outriders. He enjoyed that, I think, more than I did. By the end of it, by the final boss, I was almost about to rage quit. Because he didn't want to drop the world tier. I'm like, I'll just chuck this bloody thing on world tier 1, I don't care. Just need to get this bloody thing done because I'm getting mad. I don't know what it is, whether I'm just being stupid or whether it's actually they forgot to balance it. But the difficulty jump from the final boss to literally the fight before it is night and day. It's like you've suddenly chucked it on expert mode. Like, it's like doing, average difficulty fights and then you suddenly bumped it up to super difficult. Like, in the space of 10 minutes, the difficulties jumped that high. And it's just like, I feel something's not right here. I feel this balancing is off, because this is just a tad ridiculous. But we did it. We managed to do it. It was very much a battle of attrition by the end of it, but we did it. Yeah, but hey. So he's like, oh, do post-game stuff. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm done. I'm done with this game. Fully. I'm just gonna get mad. And then when colleague at work was telling me that I think all like the post, I don't know what they're called, expeditions, they're all timed. I'm like, oh no. I mean, I don't do well with time limits anyway, so even less so with on a time thing where it's just a hard game. Well, I think it's hard anyway. Oh, now I wonder, is this fight going to give me unique dialogue at the end? Because technically, no, it doesn't. Alright, Tachi Reanimation and Young Tamari. I'm actually kind of, because I think if I had someone to play with, I probably actually would have. No. I actually, when I think about it, when I'm watching the boy play this, I'm like, nah. I actually did really enjoy these games. Like, genuinely, I really enjoyed them. probably one of the few FPSs that I actually loved. And probably because it's very sci-fi as well. It's not just straight in Gears of War. Can't say why did like I'm sort of questioning why I started it. Like it's not a bad game by any means. If you took pure raw gameplay, nothing else, take personal preference out of it, it's a fun game. It's just not my hashtag aesthetic. Hashtag not my aesthetic that I would normally go for. You'll never catch me dead playing a Call of Duty, a Battlefield, Red Faction, trying to think of other ones, like Wolfenstein, like any kind of like realistic military kind of thing. Not a fan, not interested, would rather watch paint dry. So, and Gears of War, even though it's not like properly there, it's technically sci-fi if anything else. It's not even set on Earth, but it's just, I don't know, it's still, I mean, it might as well be. Like it might as well be Earth. It's just, you know. Oh, man the machine gun. I'm like, oh great. It's man the machine gun, or Troika, or whatever it's called. You know, can I just like shoot someone with fireballs? That would be great. I'd like that. But alas. Okay, Konohamaru and Itachi Reanimation. Oh, the other thing too that I'm excited for. So, I've actually hardly got any updates for this week. But next week, so on Friday, very excited. On Friday, we gonna be playing, or I'm gonna be playing, should I say, Mystical Ninja on the N64, which I've had sitting there for ages. I just haven't. I wanted to finish Crisis Core before I played it, but it is gonna be my chance to show the world this game that I love. I love it so much. It's the best game ever. No, it's not actually the best game ever, but it's one of those games that just holds such a special place in your heart, and you don't even care what other people say about it. Like, don't care if you hate it. Don't care if you think it's awful. And why does it even exist? Don't care. Love it. So that is going to be me on Friday. Because I think the last time I played it was about 6 years ago. No, yeah, it's about 6 years ago on an emulator. Where the frame rate like literally dropped to 1 every time the camera, or maybe 3. The frame rate dropped to 3 every time the camera moved, which was painful. But somehow managed to finish the game. So now that I've got my actual N64, an actual cartridge, and I've got all my AV to HDMI converters and all my otherness, I've tested and it runs fine. I just don't know how grainy the image is going to be on the computer. That's my only thing. But we'll see how it looks, we'll see how it goes, because even if it's a teeny bit grainy, I mean, I'm still playing it. Like, I'll just put a disclaimer, look, it's not, we are playing a game from 1997, no, 1994, No, 907. You know, and trying to get my AB conversions all wacko, and I'm not technologically skilled enough to get any sort of special programs to be able to run it on HD. So sods about it, but we're still playing it. So I'm thinking every year I'm gonna do a yearly pilgrimage to this game. I'm gonna do a yearly pilgrimage. Playthroughs might differ in the sense that, so my playthrough this year is going to be 100% playthrough. In the sense that when I say 100%, I mean, what do I mean? I mean that, so there's these things called fortune dolls, which are essentially heart pieces and heart containers, if it was Zelda. So they're silver and gold fortune dolls. So I'll be getting all of those. In fact, and then along the way, we might as well talk about all the similarities to Zelda. I mean, just think of this game as someone tried to do Zelda in feudal Japan. It's practically it, really. Like, the similarities are insane. But yeah, but anyway. But still a good game in its own right. The music is absolutely fantastic. The characters are great. The dungeons are fun. It's just, I love it. I love it. And what? It's like one of those games. It's like Okami. Not many people have played Okami at all. Well, at least in my sphere of exposure. I can count on one hand the number of people I know who've played Okami. And probably on the other hand the people who've heard of it. But it's one of those and Okami's one of those games that, for those who have played it, can't get enough of it, need to preach to the world how amazing it is, and are so sad that not more people have played it. And I feel like Mystical Ninja is one of those games. To a lesser degree, I can count one person from those played it, which is me. And I could probably count again on the rest of my hand the people who've heard about it, which is a couple of speedrunners on GDQ, and then a couple of my family members, and that's it. Like, that's it. Making really good progress. We've done over, so by half an hour we should be down. Oh yeah, now we're making really good progress. Basically, oh shit, no, but yeah, we're making real good time. So the next two fights, which is Naruto Kurama and Naruto Last, as long as we complete them within the next 5.5 minutes, we are fully on track. Which we will. Unless things go horribly, horribly wrong. They shouldn't. Basically, the way that I sort of work out whether we're on track or not is every half hour, I need to have completed 20 fights to be on track. And that's sort of how I gauge whether I'm going slow or not. If I'm doing less than 20 fights per every half hour, that's considered slow progress. If I'm doing like 24, 26, then I'm making excellent time. So I think I'm going to be making about 22. I might be making probably about 21. Or 20, yeah, about 21, possibly even 22. But then again, I'm doing Tobirama and young Shino next, so maybe not. But no, but anyway, back to Mystical Ninja, the best game ever. Yeah, so I want to do like different playthroughs each time, each pilgrimage I make. So I'm gonna do, you know, this year do 100% playthrough. I want people to see as much of it as I can. Then the next playthrough is probably just gonna be like just a casual playthrough. Just play through normally, pointing out some little details, bits and bobs. Maybe talking about the gameplay in more detail, having an in-depth discussion. And then on the other pilgrimages, I want to do challenge things like I don't know. Maybe I attempt to speedrun. Do I attempt a speedrun of it? All that sort of thing. Because I think if I remember correctly, I'm just trying to think if the speedrun skips anything. No, it does. It uses Ebisumaru. So one of the characters has sort of, each of them have their own kind of ability that they learn, and one of the guys, Ebisumaru, he can go really mini, so walk through underneath cracks and doors, and well, there's special places that he's meant to do it. You can kind of tell where each... Oh, yeah, you can... It's very obvious where at least 3 of them you use the ability. This other... the robot ninja, Sasuke. His one is he gets a jetpack and he can just jump really, really high. But it's not immediately obvious where you use it. Although when you need to, you'll know exactly where... you know exactly what you need to do. When you get to it. Oh no, sorry. You'll know that you need it when you get to the bit. There's 1 or 2 slots where it's required. Oh, I might have actually made it 22. Oh, yeah. So there's a normal playthrough, 100% playthrough, speedrun playthrough. I mean, I could try some challenge playthroughs, can't use a particular item. Although, just trying to think if that's even possible. Because there's some items that you... Oh, I suppose just trying to think. There's certain... No, most items actually you have to use. Because they're all progression based. Because there's the money that you get, Rio. Technically, you can use it. You can actually throw money. It's like a projectile, and you get an upgrade later on, sort of probably about 30-40% through the game, where you can like charge it up and you throw it and it's like fire, like flaming money. But I'm just trying to think, because it is required. There is I'm just trying to think where you need it. There's a particular point where you need to light some torches, I think. And so you need that, because there's no other way to do it. And then like, because I never actually use the money anyway. When I'm fighting. So I can't say, oh, don't use money, because I'm like, it's very easy to not need to use money. And a lot of the other items are all progression based. And like even the weapon upgrades that you get, again, fully progression based, because you need to be, there's like certain destructible walls or things that you can only destroy if your weapons are to a particular point. Just trying to think. Is there anything that's optional? Oh, actually, I think there's a couple of optional items that are, like a couple of optional weapons, like Sasuke has, I'm trying to remember if it's an exploding kunai or an ice kunai. I feel like it's an ice, no, because even then you need it. I'll actually have a look, I'll have a look online and see if, is there any item that technically you don't need, and you can still progress through the game without any special tech or strategy. In which case then, I'll do a challenge run where I don't use that. Yeah, so I can't really think of any other runs. Okay. We've got Jugo and Zabuza. We're making good time, actually. Making real good time. Yeah, so in essence, every year, and it might be some years I skip it, we don't do a pilgrimage, but I want it to be sort of roughly every year. I might do like another 100% playthrough, or you know, maybe it's just, I just want to play it again. I just want to just do a casual playthrough, but there'll probably be casual playthroughs more often than not. Or, it could be that I've hyped even myself up far too much for this, and I play it again, and now that I'm older and wiser, I'm like, you know what, guys? The ultimate irony. This game's only it's meh. I don't care for this game anymore. I mean, I very much doubt that would be the case, but it could be. I could play it again. I'm like, what did I like about this game? This is dumb. But it won't ever be the case. It won't ever be the case, but... Oh yay, great. Getting everyone's ultimates. This is fabulous. Beautiful. Alright, now we've got Lee and Togedama. Oh, that's right. So I was having a look at how many fights I've done for certain characters. So I felt in my soul that I had done more fights as like young Kankuro and young Tenten than other ones. But I think actually the character that I've done the most fights as is like one of the Narutos, I think. I'm pretty sure. Which is weird that that's the case because it feels like it hasn't been. But anyway, but it is. But there's that. Oh, and Sybil, welcome! Yes, we have 8 days before the fabled day 69. But no, how are you, my friend? How are things? Oh my goodness, I'm sitting on my ankle again, it's going dead. Ow. Come on, controller. Come on. There we go. Right. There and there. "28 fights in 6 minutes. That's okay. Oh, that's good. It's good to know that your weekend's going well. And yes, no, it is. I was actually, it's like, it's always, I feel a sense of accomplishment when I do a little ninja fighting. Like I'm one day closer to the end, and I still haven't decided what I'm even gonna do for the final day. I mean, I was thinking of doing like a little Majora's Mask, like Dawn of the Final Day kind of opening card. it seemed like the perfect opportunity. But yeah, I don't even know how I'm gonna like celebrate or anything. It'll just be like a, okay guys, that's it, okay, bye. No, I'll think of something to do. And the real question will actually be, do I feel that I've actually improved my skills in this game to any modicum of degree after having done 11,000 fights in succession? Because if I had to rate myself, I'd say I've only marginally improved. And even then, when I say I've marginally improved, that's literally that, if someone's got this type of ultimate jutsu, I've got a better chance of triggering it if I do this, or if I get the opponent to do this. Like, that's it. I don't feel like I've improved any other way. Which says more about me than the game, obviously. Yeah. It is. Exactly. The CPU just has the same strategies, the same behavior every single time. So it's like, if I've gotten better, then oh yeah, I've gotten better against a bot. So have I improved at all? If I face against a human person, have I actually now got a better chance? But no. Like, one thing that I still have not done is, or can't do, because my brain just doesn't work that fast, is the computer will oftentimes know exactly what to do to be able to hit you with an ultimate without you even be having any chance of countering. They'll do one of those moves that just like flings you back, and then know that if they launch an ultimate, then it will hit you at the exact, like, the trajectory of you falling. The ultimate will hit you at just the right point, and then because you're mid-fall, you've got no chance of being able to counter. So the computer knows how to do that. Whether I do is a different story, and I don't, because like I said, my brain does not work that fast. Okay, now we've got Naruto 6 parts and another Itachi Reanimation. Then the other thing too is that, like, sometimes the CPU's just gonna be, it's just really dumb sometimes, and it will just stand there and just take hits the whole time, and then sometimes it's just gonna be really, really, really aggressive. Like right now, it's being really dumb. Oh, it was dumb. And now it's just doing classic Itachi nonsense and dodging every attack. Okay. Right, after this fight, I'll update the fights remaining, because we should be down to 6,699. So we're slowly dropping. And so we're going to get halfway when I get to around 5,700 and 5,000? No, 5,600? No, 5,560, something like that. Then we will be halfway. I think I've only just hit 40% now, which is mind-boggling when you think we're only going to be halfway soon. Like, it feels like we should be halfway now. Okay, I'm just going to update my list. Where are we? Fights remaining. So we're down to 6,699. Oh my goodness. Okay, Guy again. And Asuma. Oh, dang. Dang that timing. Okay, maybe I am getting my timing better. Now, so it's 45 minutes. In 15 minutes we should be at 40, which at least above 40. Okay, great. I feel like this fight should be going faster. Oh my god, controller! Stop! Come on, come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, no, this fight should be going way faster. Okay, right. There we go. Oh, fine. Okay. Gara and Young Choji. Oh, and that's right too. Cause, so I was thinking, so we have a TV set up there. The boys been playing games yesterday. But then I was thinking, so we had the TV up. So, and I can't remember how I was thinking about it. I think I was going through one of my daydreaming about Final Fantasy 16 phases. Been having lots of dreams about it recently. But then I was thinking, as much as this monitor is really good, like it's probably one of the best computer monitors I had, and it's technically from the boys' work. I do want to play Final Fantasy 16 on a big TV, but what? But I also want to stream it as well. So I'm like, okay, conundrum. What do I do? So I'm like, okay, well we do have an HDMI switch because we needed one when we were playing Borderlands 3. Because the boy didn't want to be looking at a bit of a tiny screen. I mean, he needs glasses anyway. So I've got that. So now we've got to find an HDMI cable that's long, like 3 meters long, to be able to go right from the PC up to the TV, which, yeah, it means that no one's basically going to have a gate across the door, because no one can come in, because they're otherwise going to bump to the HDMI cable. I plan to play it on console. I'm getting it day one, PS5, Deluxe Edition, not the Collector's Edition, Deluxe Edition. I'll be sensible with my money. But yeah, because the director, Naoki Yoshida, it was such a, I don't know whether it was a Chad move or not, but I think when he was asked about the PC version, he's like, what PC version? We've never heard about a PC version. He's like, if you want to play it, just buy a PS5. Yeah, so it won't be PC, it'll be PS5, most definitely. So I can, as long as I can get an HDMI cable that can go from the capture card to the TV, it'll be me and the boy. Oh, and then also I've got to get a webcam that also extends, because me and the boy are going to be sitting like there. Wait, no, not the boy. I'll be sitting there. So I'm going to have to somehow either get that webcam over there, but then also back to the computer. I'm going to have to work out some kind of setup, essentially. Because I am definitely streaming that game, but I also really, really want to play it because it's going to look incredible. The fight scenes are just going to look so incredible that I have to play it on a good TV. Like, I have to. It'd be a crime if I didn't. Yeah. It'll be the same with 7 Rebirth as well. It'll be the same, similar sort of setup. Tears of the Kingdom, I'm still undecided whether I'm going to stream that or not. I don't know. I suppose it'll kind of depend what I've already got going on the go at that point anyway. So there'll be, I don't know what trails I'll be at. I could be at just Trails of Cold Steel 2 for all I know. Or I could be doing Trails in the Sky at that point. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, but then if I can get that setup working, then any console game I'll be able to stream fine. Unless it's a game that I don't mind about just using this monitor for. Yeah. Then again, now that I'm thinking about it, because my face is closer to this monitor than it would be a TV, maybe do I get like, and let's just assume it's the same resolution, will I actually enjoy it more on the monitor? Oh, choices, I don't know now. Then again, I don't have to worry, technically I don't have to worry about this until June, so I might as well just leave it for now. Right, now we've got Toby and 3rd Raikage. Oh, but in Sevo, this year, because this year is the year of games, what is there any what games are you kind of looking forward to coming out? Because I have like 20 on my list of all the games coming out this year that I'm looking forward to and definitely going to be getting. But are you the same? Have you got like 20, or is there like just a few? I hate playing this Toby. Come on. There we are. Fab. Third Raikage. Right, this fight should go fast. Ooh, Tekken 8. Trails into Reverie, Project Z. Oh, of course, yeah, Tekken 8. And Trails, oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, I need to add Tekken 8 to the list now, actually. Oh, that's right, yeah. And then of course, yeah, Trails into Reverie. So I need to catch up hard before I play that. So it'll be next year or something till I start playing that. Yeah, no, it's definitely something I do not want to rush at all. Oh, and then because just as a catch up, because last night in Trails, where did I get to? I'm into chapter 6 now. They're prepping for not the summer festival, the academy festival or whatever. and what? And so what I did, even the night before that, because I finished Crisis Core a bit early, is I wrote down some theories about what I think's gonna happen. And so in my little theory book, like if there's a particular sort of theory that I kind of want to like lock in and see if I get it right or not, and again I've got no prize if I do, it's just the satisfaction of being smart, then you know I can tick it, and then if I'm completely and utterly wrong, then I get an X and then I feel bad. But so I had 3 theories that I put in. One, that Gilead Osborne is just like a secret evil mastermind, evil dude. One, that Emma is a witch and is tasked with looking over Reen specifically, like not just like looking over people with Super Saiyanness, but like Reen specifically she's been tasked with overlooking. And then that Comrade C is Crow. And then so yesterday, because we did the whole railgun thingamabob, and then by the end of it, I'm like, beans, I don't think Comrade C is Crow anymore, because just how those scenes played out, I'm like, hang on, there's no way he can be, because he's standing with all the peeps and Comrade C's talking from the helicopter. So I'm like, beans, I've already failed one of them, I'm pretty sure. Well, actually no, I can't for sure say I failed it until I've seen who Comrade C is. But yeah, but no, the whole railgun thing was fabulous. I was like riveted. I'm like, oh my god, what's happening? What's gonna happen? Oh my goodness. Yeah. But no, I'm so glad I'm actually taking my time through that game as well, because I think it's making things far better. I think, like, if it's one of those games that you kind of just, you know, not mash through the dialogue through, but you know, just sort of, not super paying attention to the dialogue, then I don't think it'd be nearly as great. Because then the other thing that I didn't even think about is whether these are actually revealed in this game or not. Because it could be that you don't actually find out who, you know, I wouldn't be able to get answers to my things with by the end of this game. But do you find out who Comrade C is by the end of Trials 1? Don't tell me who it is, just tell me if you find out who it is by the end of the first game, or whether it's a later game. Oh, you do? Okay. Right. Oh my goodness. I've got that to look forward to. Because then I was thinking, okay, well, you know, I thought Gideon was his first name, but then you find out his name's Michael Gideon, and I'm like, beans. That means Gideon was the last name. So then does that mean Scarlet is a last name? And is it Victor or something that's the V? So I'm like, beans. Does that mean C is a last name? And then so now I'm just trying to think of everyone who's got C as a last name, and then I was going through the main cast, and I'm like, don't think any of them have. None of them have got C as a last name, do they? Right. No. But then I can't think who's, and it's just like my mind's just going in knots trying to figure this out. Yeah, no, Shisui is actually one of the few characters I like. I like playing as him and Minato. I just yeah, I dig. But yeah, but I'm just so. Oh, and okay. This is such a petty reason, but I don't care. So Margarita is my love, my life, my reason for existing in Trails. So up until that point, Million. Didn't really know how I felt about her. I kind of thought she's actually starting to grate on me, her personality, and I know that that's probably intentional, but I don't care because it's actually starting to grate on me quite deeply. I'm just like, for goodness sake, girl, just like, shush, stop, be normal, be mature. Anyway, so then I'm back in Trista after the whole railgun incident. You know, I've got her running around the place. Where is my love? Where is Margarita? So I find her, I think the first time you can see her, she's spying on Vincent, I think, and she's like, oh my god, we should like, I'm gonna like track him down at the festival and we should like spend some time together. She's just being thirsty. So then you do your stuff and you get your quests. So then I'm going around doing my side quests and I'm like, right, I've now got to find Margarita again because it's a new day. So I find her in the cooking room and Million's in there, and I'm like, oh, what the hell? Okay, what are they going to be talking about? So then you find out that Margarita has made a batch of biscuits that she's putting her love potion in, because, you know, she's ready to put that love potion in those biscuits. She's perfected it. And then Milliam's like, oh, you don't need a love potion. Munch, munch, munch. Just eats all the biscuits. I'm like, no. You do not do that to my love. You do not jeopardize and sabotage, not intentionally, but no. Margarita put her heart and soul into those biscuits and the love potion. How dare you screw that up, Milliam? It's unforgivable. It's actually unforgivable. And so now Milliam is now my least favourite character. Hands down. I said yesterday that there was like a baseline of like me liking all these characters and everyone sat above the baseline, and just, you know, over the course of the game it's sort of been like a little bit of a wave pattern on, you know, while no one's ever dipped to bottom, you know, dipped to into unlike territory, you know, that they're all among the baseline. And I'm like, okay, Milliam, I was gonna give you a chance. I was gonna, you know, think that you're gonna get better. You've just fully ruined it. And no coming back. I'm sorry. I mean, if and TBH, if that's Milliam's character, just full stop, going forward, and it doesn't change, he doesn't suddenly learn to just shush and do anything useful, no. Easily bottom of the list. Easily bottom of the list. And that's also just a personal preference as well. I tend to not like mouthy, hyper, high-pitched, crazy, reckless people as well. Can't do it. Can't do it. I'm like, I ain't digging this. I am not digging this at all. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Noisy kids. That's pretty much it. Noisy kids. Yeah. And you know, I could play devil's advocate and make like a oh, Selena11, thank you for the follow, much appreciated. Yeah, I could play devil's advocate and say, look, okay, the fact that she's got Lammy or whatever, you know, this big tank thing that just can smash everything, maybe the fact that she's had that and it's been able to get her out of every situation, she's kind of developed a recklessness because she's never needed to be careful, because she's just had Lammy to sort all the problems out. So maybe that's how her character's developed in that way. But even still, it's like no. Oh, spend at least 2 tickets on the person you prefer online. Oh, okay. Thank you. Because it's gonna be Laura. Like, it's been Laura from day one, and it's gonna be Laura now. Okay. Oh, does that? Oh, actually no, because in the festival they talk about all the different displays and stalls and things that all the students are putting on. So I'm guessing there'll be like little events or like mini games or something that you get tickets to participate in, and then you can choose to bring someone with you. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah. Possibly. Interesting. Okay, right, I'm actually going to update the list. Because now we're down to 83. 83. And I'm also, I've just realised, I've got to open that thing. I've got this thing called, there we are, stream labels. There we go. That I realised my follower thing doesn't actually update until I have this thing open. But anyway, semantics, we're back into it. For the festival, it's definitely going to be Laura, I think. And then the other thing too that that I noticed yesterday is because Elisa is meant to be, I think she's meant to be the canon love interest. But then I think it was like Rin, there was a bit where he was going with Toa to do some shopping or something. And I was sitting there, I'm like, if Elisa's meant to be the canon love interest, they're doing a really poor job of it. Because Rin has, if you had asked me who do I think the canon love interest is, I would have said Toa. They've put, like, Rin and Toa have had far more, like, chemistry in that sort of way than Rin and Elisa ever have. And I'm like, you know, you would almost think that they were trying to set those two up. But anyway, yeah, I just think it's a, if there was a canon interest, they haven't made it quite clear who it is. But then you could also argue the fact that Rin can technically pick anyone anyway. They don't need to hammer it home too hard. Oh, Crazy H2S, what up? Long time no see. No, do not worry about the time difference. I mean, it is all good. I'm glad you're here anyway. It is always great to see you. Yeah, no. Oh yeah, no, in 7, yeah, because I don't think I've done the, because I don't think I've been to Rui yet. So, I'm guessing I go there for the field study. But yeah, but I mean, like I can see the bit in Nord, like the nighttime at Nord, and obviously yeah, the bump and all that. Then I can see that, but I don't know. Still, Laura's my thing. Oh yeah, no, crazy. We're talking about Trails of Cold Steel. Trails of Cold Steel 1. This another game playing at the moment. There's talking about the love interests for the main character, or rather the like the main guy that you play as. There's him and like a. Yeah, him and the girls, which girl has the game kind of like set him up as being sort of where they intend you to go with. Yeah. But no, I'm still on the Rin and Laura train, purely because I like that kind of relationship in the sense it's not purely just like, oh pretty cute girls that Rin's gonna kiss because they're cute girls. You know, Laura's got a bit of maturity, a bit of skill, a bit of, you know, intelligence. I feel like their relationship would be a bit more, you know, a bit more substance. A bit more substance, you know. Not true, no, fair actually. Yeah, no, yeah, I suppose the different kinds of relationships, I guess. Yeah, true that. A guy and a girl can be friends without it being romantic. Oh no, crazy! Trust me, I have not forgotten about the game. I've actually, because I've been whatchamacallit, I've been trying to think about the combat, and no, actually no, it's not the combat. I've been trying to think about the menus. I've actually been getting like super into like menus and maps at the moment. So I've been trying to put some ideas together on maps and menu styles. Yeah. Oh, and in Sevo, for your just in case you're like, what game be this? Being crazy, we're on a mish that Naruto has the potential to make one of the best games ever. And it's going to be like, imagine Skyrim and Final Fantasy 14. Imagine like an MMO / Skyrim / amazing epic RPG extravaganza, but it's Naruto. And it will be the best Naruto game ever, and it will be what the series has missed. It won't just be pure fighting, it won't just be pure adventure, it will be a mix of everything. It will be better than Shinobi Strikers, it will be better than anything you've ever seen. So me and Crazy, we're coming up, we're brainstorming the ideas on what this game is gonna have, what all the mechanics and systems are gonna be, and then we're gonna put it out there on the market. We're like, right guys, let's make this game. It's gonna be like one of those Skywind or whatever, one of those things where, you know, we hire, or not hire, purely volunteer work, because we're not rich enough to hire peeps, but you know, does any character modelers want to come and you know, come and bake stuff? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because it's like Naruto just is ripe, absolutely ripe for it. Yeah. Yeah, no, because crazy. I've been thinking like in the menu, I would sort of have it like it's its own separate screen. So I would have it that like you press a button or whatever, and it takes you to a whole separate screen, and then you've got your different tabs for your items and your jutsu and your skill points and then the map and all that sort of thing. Yeah. Yeah. You know, my game development dreams ended after I finished my game design degree. And that's purely because, well actually no, the dreams didn't die. It was more that I realised at the end of it, maybe I don't want to work in the game industry, or maybe I'd rather just be an indie gamer. Yeah. Oh, and crazy, happy birthday for Sunday, which will be technically tomorrow for you, isn't it? Yes, no, happy birthday for then. Right. What did I just play as? Did I just play as a Beto Masked Man? I didn't, did I? Or did I? I can't remember. Okay, hang on. Oh no, if I do Yogura and I do Young Naruto, yeah. Oh goodness. So 54. Okay, no I didn't, right. Yeah, because I think like because the other thing too is that because the game would be set it'll be set like way before Naruto. It'd be like not a prequel, I guess, but well, yeah, it'll either be set after the events or way before. No, that is alright. No, not a problem. It's all good. No, thank you for dropping in. It is always great to see you. But no, and have a fabulous birthday. If I don't talk to you before then. So now I'll just do this, and then I've got to go back and play as, who was I playing as? Obito Masked Man. Bang. On 5:55, so I've got 13 minutes to do 5 fights. Should be okay. Do that and donezo. Yeah, 13 minutes to do 5 fights. Should be more than enough. Oh, and also, in Civ, I think in Trails, I think I'm close to having, like, to finding the perfect team. Because when I was doing the railway gun thing, because you get Sarah in your group anyway, but there was a couple of boss fights where, well no, there was one boss fight definitely where I had so much delay and so much seal on the bosses that they didn't even get one turn in at all completely. I stopped them from attacking once, and then I think on the boss fight with Scarlet that you have, I ended up completely botching it fully. I was going so well ahead again. They hadn't even done one thing, and then I switched Sarah for Usus, I think, and then whatchamacallit, Scarlet got an attack in. Oh no, she did the one attack that she got in, she did her S craft. It killed Emma and Laura completely, just like one hit KO them fully. Reen and Eustace were on the ropes, and then they had burn damage, so then they died, and it was just an absolute shambles. Just like in an instant, I lost the fight. So then I tried it again and kept Sarah in the party, and I was fine. I was good. But yeah, because in all the fights before then, I'm like, I am the man. These guys have got absolutely nothing on me. Like Reen's Gale, Sarah's Roaring, I think it's Roaring Thunder. Just we're an unstoppable team. It's fabulous. And then, just like that. Yeah, it's and then because I thought too, I'm like, well, I'm all you know, I'm all leveled up, so I'm like, do I need to start putting more armor on, better armor on? But I'm like, no, but even then, like, I haven't had a chance to buy better armor since the fights where I had the most up-to-date armor and everything's all good. So yeah, it was definitely humbling. It definitely humbled. Yeah, no, the infinite delay, like the delay was working on these guys, and it was great. And also the impede as well. Like I think every time I used the Autumn Leaf Cutter to inflict the impede, it worked every single time. Mental. yes. Fabulous. I am making really good time. Lovely. Okay. And up to 6 cards. Yeah, so today I'll go till I've done 100 fights. So I should be able to get to, like, I think within 2 hours I should be able to get to something like 86. So I can get to 100 while it's not as, you know, while I haven't fully made up for not doing Thursday's one. At least it's something. Right, then we've got Sheena, ugh, and Young Tenten, ugh, meh. And who did I say? Sheena and Young Tenten. Don't throw anything, thank you. Bam. Tenten to like stop flitting around. There we go. Fabulous. Okay. And Sheena. Oh, and completely, like, not even interesting at all, but something I couldn't work out. So, because I've been streaming with Streamlabs and, oh, actually no, I started with Twitch Studio and then did Streamlabs and now I'm on OBS. So when I was doing the streams, I'm like, oh my goodness, all the memory in my all the storage in my computer is just getting absolutely eaten up by these recordings. So I'm like, bees, I could only have like 10 stream recordings before now my, you know, storage is running lower than it should be. So, you know, I've got to start putting all the stuff up on, you know, uploading all the stuff to YouTube with a quickness, so I can at least give myself some space. And then I think because I had something on there. Got a number of videos on my storage, and then I'm like, huh, but the total gigabyte doesn't seem to be dropping. I'm like, hang on, am I just like, am I missing something here? So then I had a look at how big the files are, the recordings that I've been doing since I jumped to OBS, and they're only like 3 gig, whereas before, they were like 13 to 20 gigs, and I'm like, hold on, is it because OBS doesn't have all the bells and whistles? I mean, yeah, well, no, it does, but because it doesn't, it's not a program like Streamlabs or Twitch Studio, that they just put a whole bunch of other stuff, or they've got all these other settings and things that it does, that they do in the background, that just bumps up the storage size of your recordings. I'm like, damn. So that means I can actually have way more videos on my storage before I have to get dump them off onto YouTube. That's fabulous. But now I'm thinking, oh my goodness, what is Streamlabs and all that stuff doing to bump up your recording size? Is it because they don't compress the video? Or yeah, is it because they don't put any compression on, or for them rendering the overlays and all that just takes a lot of space? Like, it's weird. Energy and what's this going to 64? Yeah, it must be about the rendering, because it's something like for a 2-hour video, no, for a 3-hour video, it's something like, what's it something like? It's something like 16 gig, 18 gig, 19 gig on Streamlabs, and then it's 3 on when I've done it on OBS. Yes, it must be the rendering. Or they're putting in there's just some settings, maybe some stability settings, or yeah, or maybe bitrate settings. Yeah, it'll be doing something. Okay, now what's the next fight? Toby White Mask. Oh no, I don't want that. I want that one. And yeah, Sheena again. Yeah, because I'm kind of like, I've actually, ever since I switched to OBS, I've actually been quite happy, with how it is. But at the end of the, you know, functionally it's pretty similar. And for a free software, like, damn, for a free software, it's incredible. But then again, I suppose Streamlabs is too, but yeah. I know, it's always when you get free programs, it's and then you just see pro little star for upgrade. It's just, you just feel, oh, like you just have constant reminder that all of these features are being locked because you don't want to give them money, and you just feel like, I'm sorry, because I'm not going to pay for it. unless I had an actual burning need. And then you just, yeah, whereas OBS is just like, yo, everything's free. It's up to you though, like, to know what you're doing. But hey, we got everything here otherwise. Oh! Now, this is just me not doing research at all, and probably being very out of the loop. Can you like explain to me like what Ra actually is? Because I've heard it described about 3 different ways, and I can't seem to figure out which one is the correct description. Okay, it is. Right. Oh. It's kind of like, whatchamacallit? There's a software that we use at work called Xmind. It's like a, it's a what? It's a mind mapping tool. And it's free forever, except unless you, it's free forever, but it's gonna get a watermark across it, but yeah. Okay, because I've heard some people say that it's a, that I've had some people describe Wind Rare as it's like a, almost like a, what's it called? Like a sea cleaner or a tree size, or like one of those things. Oh, you know, it helps like organize and clean up all your files. And then I've heard, you know, had the compressing and uncompressing stuff. And then I've had oh no, WinRare is just or 7-zip is just another word for WinRare, and then they're no, hang on, no, they're separate programs. I almost feel that some people just purposely do the unlimited trial period. They give you the trial period as a way of tricking you or making you feel that you need to buy something, but you actually don't. Okay. Yeah, it'll be that analyze option. That'll be why, like, they say, oh no, it's just like Sea Cleaner. You can, like, you know, clean out all your old stuff. Yeah. I don't know. I might just be. I'm probably getting information from very poor sources. People who probably never actually used it, and it's just been this big Chinese whispers all the way, and I'm just one chain on that. Oh, you know, like, I know it is common, but yeah, for whatever reason, I've been fed lies. I've been fed so many lies. But no, okay. Because I had a that's sort of in line with what I was thinking. If I had to describe it to someone, that's what I thought it was. A truer word has never been spoken, my dude. You're bang on the money there. Okay. Linux is. It's just essentially just like a. Yeah. Oh yeah, no, we're just saying IT at its finest is never easy to describe. Like it's like when you ask people what the hell is Linux. How would you describe Linux? Would you describe it as like infrastructure as a service? Like, well, not as a service, but like they give you the infrastructure, but it's up to you to code your operating system. Yeah. So it's like we'll give you Windows, we'll strip out all the customization and all the settings.
Strip out everything.
Yeah.
But we'll give you more tools, but more complex to use.
Yeah. So
Anything you know about command prompt or PowerShell.
oh yeah. Right. Yeah.
Completely different.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
That's what AWS uses.
All right. Does it? Oh, okay.
And iOS.
iOS uses Linux.
No, sorry, macOS.
Oh, macOS. Ah. Okay.
Yeah, macOS just overlays.
So it's kind of like OBS is the Linux, but like Twitch Studio and Streamlabs would be the Windows and Mac on where it's yeah. Oh right, yeah. Oh, I see. Right. Okay. True. You could do anything. It's what hackers use. Okay, because it's just there's no like, oh Windows, oh sorry you can't do that because you're not a thing. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Alright. Yeah. Okay. Okay. That's all we'd be talking about. What? Marcus's bits, yeah. Marcus's tech tips. Boys bits, buns bits. Buns bits, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. The boy was just giving me a rundown, his description. Yeah. If I had to say, I'll just say, oh, it's exactly. It's a different OS. So you got Windows, you got Mac, and then you got Linux. And Linux is like if you want to super customize things, you know, and it's all codey. Whereas like Windows, you don't need to do any code. I mean, other than if you're doing command prompts and PowerShell and that. But you know, Windows and Mac just gives you the stuff you can just go on the interwebs and go on Instagram without needing to do much. Linux, you need to code your stuff. To be able to do anything. Yeah, game's pretty much Windows. Oh my god, it's like at uni, it was so funny. Like it wasn't a PC master race, but it was a Windows master race in the sense that you know, you'd be at everyone who's coming in with their Mac laptops, their MacBook Airs and all that sort of thing, they're getting like all the people with their big meaty Windows boxes, they're just shaking their heads going like, oh, you know, you're running Unity and you're running all of that on a MacBook Air. Ooh, get out of here, get out of town. All the people with the MacBooks were like looked down upon. Like it was, and it's even more so because my degree was there were 3 branches to the degree. There was a VFX and animation and a game design. And so in the VFX and animation was less so. But in the definitely if you were in the game design degree and you had a MacBook Air, just put that thing in the rubbish bin and come back over here and start using Windows. Yeah. Yeah. It's just any I'm sorry, but just anything. I mean, Apple's put out some good stuff, sure, but it's just like they're missing out. They're missing out on so much. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't even have an Ethernet connection. Yeah. I can't say I've ever heard that expression before, but I feel like I know what you mean. I feel like I get the gist. That is I can't say I've never heard that before. But no, it's oh, they're like, oh, you know, we've released a new phone, we've made it 1 millimeter wider and 3 millimeters taller, and literally the only difference between it and the phone that you all currently have now is that it's those dimensions bigger, and we've moved the home screen to the left. And everyone's like, oh my god, they're revolutionizing everything. And $3,000, yeah. Ah. Oh yeah. I can see that. I might start using that. I must start using that at work. You know, they definitely, yeah. I think Apple wouldn't be as insufferable if the Apple fanboys weren't so insufferable. Like the people who like will die for Apple. You know, that they put out anything else and they're like, right, I'm gonna save up for the next 4 months to get a phone that is literally identical to the one I currently have, but for some reason I just it's, oh, I can't do it. I can't do it. Yeah, no, it does feel very, yeah. It's like the thing is too is I had a friend who I think we were at school and we were at, what were we at? She had deleted some, like a report assignment for school. I think she'd ended up deleting it or something. So she asked me to help restore it. And so like I hardly ever touched iOS or Mac OS or whatever it is. And I'm just like, I'm trying to just find like the equivalent of File Explorer. And it's just like nothing makes sense. I'm like, I don't even know how you're supposed to navigate through this. Like it's like they took Windows and they're like, okay, how can we make everything different to Windows? Oh, we'll put the close thing on the other side of the screen. Oh, we'll make everything, like, everything's wrong. It's just wrong. They're like, okay, every possible aspect of Windows, what can we do to make it different? And wrong. And counterintuitive. And you have to have a degree in rocket science to even be able to find your way around, because it's just, I can't work it out. So now whenever anyone asks, oh, can you like help me find this, I'm like, is it a Mac? Yeah, no. I'm sorry, Matt, you're on your own. I'll direct you to YouTube where you can Google it, but I can't help you, my friend. I cannot help you. It's just painful. It's. I think just the biggest crime is the minimize and the expand and the close. I think just to me that is just so. What even is that? Like why? Like why? We read left to right. So why put it on the right hand side? Yeah. Yeah, I'm just like, you know, and it's hard at work too when some people are, but we've got to help people with Microsoft products on an Apple computer, and I'm like, yeah, no, that's like, I'm very sorry, my friend. It's like, it's not you, it's me. But also it's you for using Apple products and expecting troubleshooting and IT help to be flawless. Oh my god, there we are. Next. Where was it? That is actually it. That is actually, it's a really, really good way of summing it up. Yeah. Someone is their brain's okay and one is in denial. Yeah, one has processed the 5 stages of grief and the other is still in the denial phase. Because they deny that there's any problem with iOS. You good? You playing some Destiny? Yeah. I was just thinking, in terms, because one of the consoles we need to download it on, do you think it would be better downloading it on the PS4? Huh? So it'd be like, what? Sure. You got a what? Yeah. Oh. Oh, was it the purple one? Oh, the white one. The Switch controller tends to do it quite fast. Oh no, as if that is fine, not a problem. No, thank you so much for dropping by, and having the chat. It's nice to know that what me and the boy feel about certain IT things is reciprocated. The feeling's mutual. But no, thank you so much, and then have a great one. I will catch you next time. I'll catch you next week. 10 minutes to lost time, I think. I feel I've lost time because I'll be at 78 with this one, won't I? Yes, right. Goodness, how quick can you like stop? Here we go. There we are, finally. Goodness. Okay, so I will be able to get past 80. Oh my goodness, and my controller's been a muppet. No, don't want to rematch. Oh, everything's going wrong to slow me down. Right, here we go. Okay, we've got next got Shino and Kaguya. Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. Oh man. Because I was thinking with the, I think the reason why I was just wondering about the PS1 and PS5 is because like when I'd play League of Legends on a slower computer, I would be like miles behind everyone when it came to loading and everything. So I was, yeah, I'll test it out. I'll probably have to do heaps of updates when I plug it in there. No, I mean like system updates. Because I know that thing hasn't been plugged in so long. Oh yeah, you've got 'em. So I might actually do 2 of these, I think. I think I might go to... do I go to 90 fights? Now, I'll see how many I can get through. I think 86. 86 at a minimum. I was going to go to 100, but I'm like, nah. What? Oh, Sepix Prime. Devil's Lair. Is it still Destiny 2? Because this location is like identical in Destiny 1. And Devil's Lair, I'm pretty sure is a... Oh, I'm so confused now. Oh, when you're fighting those big things, basically there'll be... On each of the 4 legs, or 6 legs, there'll be sort of covers that you shoot. They do lots of damage. And then there'll also be the big turret on top. Will be also where you do damage. So you kind of just destroy those things first, and that should get you most of the... and then when it sort of slumps down, its head will move forward a little bit, and there'll be like a sort of like a electric core kind of thing in its neck that you shoot, and you get heaps of bonus damage from there. So yeah, so when you fight those things, go for those weak points. Come on. There we go. Right. And Madara Sage. No, it's not a sage, but I say sage for anything that's that white paley colour. Okay, so what I might do is... Oh my goodness. Because where are we at? Okay, so I'll actually do 2 fights after this. I'll do 2 more, and then... Or no. I'll do 1 more pairing after this, and then I'll call it a day. Damn. Alright. Okay. Then the last matchup will be Yamato and young Sakura. Fab. Okay, right, last fight of the day. Or actually no, will it be? No. I'll do one more pairing, because then I finish on a nice clean number, which will be... What's that clean number? 45. So rather than finish on 47, I'll finish on 45. So that blue drip there is, it's meant to be to stop chakra dashes, isn't it? I think it's intended to stop chakra dashes. That's how you use it. Yeah, it is. It's meant to stop chakra dashes. So that's actually quite powerful. If you were pretty spot on with it, that's actually really, really good. It's actually really good. Dang. Okay, right. Now the last fight of the day. I might do 2 of these. Yeah. Fabulous. Okay. Right. Okay. So. What am I doing? What am I doing? I am updating the list because now we're down to fights remaining 6, 4, 5. Fabulous. Okie dokie. So I will actually leave it there for today. Now next week, what's the schedule like for next week? Thursday should be a normal day. Friday we're going to start Mystical Ninja. Saturday should be another Trails, and then Sunday again for day 63. Fabulous. Okay. Thank you all so much for joining me. Have a fabulous morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you is in the world today. I will catch you all next week. Have a great one. Stay rested, stay hydrated, stay well. And I'll see you next time. Okay, everyone. Bye.